Loudest one wins with Daniel and the three tips. Loudest one wins with Daniel and the three tips. Loudest one wins with Daniel and the three tips.
Loudest One Wins. We're live. Well, we're not live, but we're recording.
I'm alive. That's what I've been told.
Yeah. Barely, though.
Yeah, no, yeah, barely. That's not good.
You don't sound too sick anymore, though. You on the mend with it?
Today's like the best I've felt since last week when I was like, hey, I'm gonna do stuff, and then I died.
Yeah.
I thought this on Saturday, I was like, I don't feel good. To help, I'll get some fresh air and a hot shower. And so I went outside for like a long walk and then came and took a shower and I was like, I don't feel better.
No. The sun and fresh air does help. It's kind of nice, like, because I just walk to work. And it's about a mile there. And I come home for my lunch break, too. So I get, like, nice sunshine and 4 miles of walking just going to work and back each day.
How long's your lunch break?
An hour.
So you get about 20 minutes at home? Are you taking it leisurely or are you hoofing it?
Oh, no, I'm hoofing it.
So what do you think? You're doing 15-minute miles?
Yeah, I'm doing 15 minutes.
Yeah,
miles.
okay.
Yeah, so I got 30 minutes to eat lunch.
And are you getting back on the hour?
No.
Are you?
No,
I'm
leaving at 12.
Massage.
And I'm getting back at, like, sometimes I'm there at 1. But it's like...
Yeah.
I get there before 1:08, which is when I think the clock rounds to the next quarter, so...
It was the worst when I was the manager, because, like, people would, like, forget to clock in all the time, and so I'd have to go back and fix it. I'd be like, what time you get in? They'd be like, oh, it was, like, 12:45, and I'd be like... No, you didn't.
Yeah, are we checking the cameras?
But I'd give him that look, like... And then I type in 12:45 and be like, you're like, yeah, like you.
Yeah, you get certain powers when you do payroll and stuff like that.
Honestly, I never contested anybody. I was like, screw it. It's the system.
Yeah, if it's not your business, it's like you're not gonna care. Or unless they're like really paying you good, but like that's never the case.
And it was never egregious. People were obviously like massaging their times by like 10, 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if that's what you needed to get to like 36 or 40 or whatever your goal was for that week, like whatever. You put in the work while you were here.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
That's the important thing. That's the thing, is hourly wages is just time, like, ownership. Like, there's never been a job I worked hourly that I needed to be there for the scheduled amount of time. Even cooking, like, I would get all my stuff done so fast.
Yeah, hourly jobs like that don't exist. That's why I feel like businesses would be more productive if they paid, like, and some do with like contractors on commission. It's like you get paid by like what you complete.
Mm-hmm.
That can get kind of cutthroat, because I know a lot of old factory jobs would be like that. Like I saw in like Eastport, like the old sardine factory. It's like you get paid like per can of sardines that you packed, which like. There was also, like, kids working, packing sardines and stuff, which is, like, not great. But I don't hate the idea in theory, because it's like, I would be the person just, like, I'm just slinging sardines, I'm trying to go home early. Yeah.
No, my thing is, like, I think everyone should, I don't think there should be hourly. I think everything should be salary. I think you should get a livable wage, a decent wage, even a great wage, and it should be based around not like, getting a amount of jobs done or something like that, but getting your job done. And it's like, if you're getting your job done, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how long you're on site. I don't care how long your hands on. As long as the job is done, you get paid, you keep your job.
Yeah.
When the job isn't getting done, then we need to have conversations about why it isn't and what needs to happen. But like, I don't think there's any reason that like people should like have their time owned like it is by corporations, and like the incentive based to like have a livable wage bullshit. Like, no, just pay people what they're worth, and if they get their job done, what's the problem?
Yeah, it just sucks how it's set up. That's why I want to save up, get back to just being totally self-employed, because it sucks working for someone. Like, when you work for someone, everyone is trying to like work as little as they can without getting fired. And then everyone that like is an employer is trying to get people to work as much as they can, while paying them the least amount. Because it sucks on both ends. Like even with like the co-op, we've hired people before, and where it's like you're making me do more work, just like micromanaging you. It's like it sucks being an employer too. It's like bad all around.
Yeah. No, management sucks. Like dealing with having to like speak for and account for other people's work just fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Like
and when like
out,
everyone's half-assing it,
yeah.
like no one's working, no one's a good worker in like a corporation.
It's either like you have to go back through and fix it, or you have to eat shit on the other end.
Hmm.
Like there's no option. You can just be like, I mean, I did my part, not when you're management.
No, yeah, it's like you're accountable for people who are underpaid. It's like
Yeah.
it's a tough spot because it's like I don't expect you to work hard for minimum wage, but also that's like my job to make you do that. It's like you're in a lose-lose situation.
My thing was always like I don't want you to work hard, but what can we do to make it easy to do it right and efficient
Hmm.
so that like everything's done at the standard I would like to see it at, but you don't have to bust ass like I bust ass.
Right, right. Yeah. Ultimately, I just want to work for myself again. Who knows? Who knows
Honestly, I
too
just don't want to work.
much?
I want to sit on the couch all goddamn day, play video games, eat ice cream, and just become a blob. Like that's, I mean, deep down inside, that's really what I want.
You should start streaming again. Or I guess you never started
Again.
it. I was doing it. I tried to get you to do it when I was doing it. I feel like, I mean, I didn't make any money doing it. I made like some pennies off of TikTok. I think maybe I made like $1 total streaming on TikTok.
Hey, $1, that's like there used to be 100 Tootsie Rolls at
Yeah.
Sitco Station. No, we talked about this. Like, I'm a bad streamer because when I'm playing video games, I'm just like locked in and I don't
In the
talk. Then I do
zone.
talk, it's gonna be like, uh, over here now. Uh, oh, that's weird.
Yeah. It is really like it's not just like playing video games. It's like really you have to be the friend of hundreds of lonely people because like
Yeah.
who's really like the clientele that's watching live streams? It's like it's not top quality people for the most part, unless it's like a very informative thing. Like I've watched streams from like stock analysts and stuff. Like there's some educational ones where it's like you go in there as like a community of educated people trying to get information, but for like the people that are playing video games, it's like, man, if you're watching someone else play video games, like something
You
bad
got some
is
time on your hands. You got time.
yeah, something's gone really wrong in your life.
Probably a lot of insomniacs.
Yeah,
I feel like the only way I would be successful at that, based on like my demeanor and like this, is I'd have to like practice, like a voice. And you basically have to like find your NPR voice, and it's just like people just listen to you to like zone out while they're on heroin, like
yeah. You're playing a character. It's like
yeah.
it sucks. Even that bums me out. Even about modern music, like I've been actually doing a lot of classical guitar composing because I'm back in that thing where. I'm on to something new every month, but
Hey,
it's like,
didn't you say modern music? Hold on, real quick.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay, and then you went straight to classical composing.
no, so
Continue.
listen. So I've been bummed out with modern music where it's like it's really you are kind of just like an actor. It's kind of all social media has morphed everything where it's like you can't just be like a good musician. It's like you gotta play a role on social media and like you gotta be like a personality. I don't know.
I well, here's one thing. I will say that there are exceptions, like at least on my feed, and maybe that's just like my Insta feed is tailored to me. Obviously, like looking up different musical stuff, where I come across a fair amount of like virtuosic type musicians, playing drums, guitar, like different things at a really high level. One thing that I feel about it, and I've actually seen starting to be echoed quite a bit in comments to videos like this, is like, cool, but like, where's the substance? And it's like, I do think that there is starting to be that little like cry for like, but music used to be better.
Because I think that's like a reflection of the same thing that I'm talking about. Like that's like, shredding and just being like, I'm the fastest guitarist ever. That is like also just like kind of an act too. It's like you're kind of like a clown. It's like you're
Yngwie Malmsteen.
you're taming the lion. It's like, my fingers move faster than yours. Give me likes.
Yeah.
It's like there's not like a place for like someone that just wants to write like thoughtful music and like doesn't want to create a whole personality. That's why I've been writing a lot of classical pieces because I've been working on like a method book for a while now. Because I play in like alternate tuning for the past like decade or whatever. I haven't played in standard, and I've been working on like a method book for like classical technique and like kind of music theory for like this tuning that I've been playing in.
It's fifths, right?
It's all fourths.
Fourths.
Yeah, so other people play in that. Like, there's some good guitarists like Tom Quayle and Stanley Jordan, the guy that like does all two-hand tapping. He plays in all fourths too. But as far as I know, no one's really come out with like a book to learn like all the chord shapes and scale shapes and stuff. It's like everyone that's done it and played in that tuning is kind of like you figure it out, like I did. If you know music theory, it's like you can figure it out, but I think it'd be cool if there was a book out there where you could just pick it out and like you can learn it. So I've already got like all the stuff like typed out, like different chord shapes and different like theory stuff, and now I've been working just on my free time at work. I have like a little notepad where I'm writing like little classical guitar pieces. I've been having fun with it.
And you're hoping to influence modern music with your classical
No.
notes on. Okay.
I'm hoping to sell like a handful of books, make a little extra cash on the side.
Yeah, I get you.
That's just something that I've been thinking. It's like I've given up on making any money streaming on Spotify. It's like it's not gonna happen. It's like people aren't gonna buy music, but I think I could sling a couple books. Something to sell. I think it's better than the T-shirt idea. I kind of looked into that and the profit margins on T-shirts, and it's like I don't want to.
I mean, it would be pretty hard to print your book on a T-shirt. Like, it would have to be really small print. It'd be all over the goddamn thing. Like, it's going to be difficult to use.
Yeah.
It'd make a statement, though.
It would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know necessarily that you give up on that idea. Just maybe not option A, Like, once some of that book money comes in, that, like, you get, like, $50-$60, right? Then you start printing the T-shirts.
I bet it probably, like, if I could sell books, if I did actually print the whole book on a T-shirt, I think some people would buy that just because it's funny. It's just like,
yeah, for sure.
Just wearing a T-shirt that's just like 1,000 lines of sheet music.
Yeah. No, I say I'd buy one, like, to support you and to wear as a statement. Like, that's people would be like, what is that? I'd be like, my buddy wrote a book.
Because even I probably won't even physically print them for a while, because I could sell ebooks on TikTok and Amazon and on my website. If anything, worst case scenario, I could just send PDFs to people that would be interested. It's like I have a job. It's like thankfully I'm at the point where I don't need to make the money, but it's just like I need something to put my extra attention to.
No, dude, you got to deal with this neighborhood kid. Been going around the last couple of days. Knocks on my door. I go out and he's holding this book, right? So I'm ready for the spiel here. He holds his book up and he goes, "Hi, I'm going around and I'm selling books for $10." And I was like, "Oh, no thanks."
Did he write
I was expecting No, I don't think so. I think this kid just had a book and he's trying to get $10 out of it.
How old was he? Does he look like he did drugs?
No, he was like 10, 12, something like that. Yeah,
Okay, so
and like
probably not a crack money thing yet.
no, it's just like I have a lot of questions that are probably inappropriate for me to ask in this situation, but like, what?
How dirty did he look? Maybe his mom is looking for crack money.
No, he was a clean cut kid.
Put together. Okay, maybe he's just
had nice new clothes on. Yeah, I think he just like I gotta be like, what's it for? Like, or is what you're trying to get cost $10, or do you need $10 more? I want to know is it a go-kart? Because like, I mean, if we're trying to get to a go-kart and you only need $10, I can hook you up.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a weird pitch door to door. Like first of all, like who's letting their kid go door to door in Detroit and sell books? Like
in my neighborhood, yeah.
bad idea. First of all, like second of all, I was like maybe try the lemonade stand. Like I made a lot of money doing that as a kid. Like don't sell books. No one.
Well, my thing is like
wants
I
to buy
wasn't sure
books.
if it was like part of like a school thing, right? Like a book order or something or like that. And so I saw him knocking at some other doors, and I was expecting him to come to my door, and I was expecting something that like, "Hi, my name's and I'm part of such and such grade, and we're going around selling books to raise money so we can go to this and do whatever and this and books cost $10 a piece. Can I put you down for a couple books?" And I would have considered, but no, this kid just stands there, holds the book in front of his face, and goes, "I'm selling books for $10," and I was just like, I was expecting more.
Yeah, you got to work on your pitch. It's a no for me. What book was it?
I don't know. I could. It looked like it was like something space. It was like some hardbound, like rectangular book. I don't know. I was kind of taken aback by the lack of sales pitch. To be honest, I was really stuck on that for a long time.
Yeah, that's strange. There's something more to the story. We're never gonna know what it is, but there's something there.
I just, man, yeah, just questions. The answer was no, but just like so many follow-up questions that I
Yeah,
just like I didn't think was right to ask through a gated door.
yeah, you gotta work on that business model, kid. It's not
Yeah.
it's not it's
It
not
was
gonna
it was it was something. So, you know, build upon that, don't don't make it such a short pitch. Don't hold the book in front of your face, like
That's what
give
we
you
were at my apartment building. I'm selling books for $10. And like obscure like classical guitar alternate tunings.
if you didn't do this, but you got to do this. When they say no, you just turn around and sprint.
It's like you're taking it. I'm gonna send you an IOU. You're
I
gonna
feel
learn.
you.
You're gonna learn my new tuning.
Come to visit you in a year, and every fucking apartment in the building is playing classical guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like an orchestra in here. You're
Speaking
like,
of,
yeah, I moved on to punk.
yeah, right. Yeah, I'll be on to something else. It's like, oh, that I don't do that anymore. I was gonna say, speaking of weird business models, I went to Cecil was here. He was working at Comic Con, and we went to a Korean barbecue place. Have you ever been to a Korean barbecue before?
I have not. That is not a place I've been to yet.
It's
I'm
really
familiar
cool.
with them.
Yeah, so I didn't know it's similar to that like Brazilian steakhouse that we'd go to in Detroit, where it's like all you can eat. It's like $35, and like they have like an iPad, and it's just like you can just order as much like raw meat as you want, and then there's just like a little barbecue pit in the table, and like you just fry it up there. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Though. Yeah.
yeah. It's like a hibachi with less service.
Yeah, and I was thinking like this has to be like a really good business model because like you don't need any kitchen staff. You just need some dude out back like chopping and marinating meat, and then they just have like waiters that bring you raw meat and you cook it yourself. Like that's kind of, I bet there's pretty good profit margins on that. It is all you can eat though. I don't think they made any money off of us because like I eat a lot. Cecil eats a lot. Like even Amber, like she can put down a lot of meat too. Like we,
Got like 42 things.
yeah,
Dude,
we ate a lot.
remember when we took my daughter to Texas Day, Brazil, and she out ate both of us?
Did she?
Like she kept eating, and we were like, "I'm done."
Yeah, because I think they were saying that like one order of meat was like 2 servings, and we got like the 3 of us there. We got I think between 8 and 10. So it's like whatever their servings are, like we ate is for as much as like 20 people.
It's like thin slice though, right? Like it's like really
um,
like delicate pieces of meat.
so we got a bunch of different stuff. So it's like we got seafood, like we got like they had like whole baby octopuses, like we got like whole octopi, like mussels. There was some like maybe like an inch or maybe a little bit less than an inch, some like beef ones and some like pork. And then they did have some really like thin sliced like pork belly type things like that. It was really good though. I enjoyed it.
They had cow tongue.
Oh yeah, cow. She's saying cow tongue.
And they had
They got a bunch of weird stuff. We got shrimp.
A bunch of different cuts of pork and beef.
Yeah.
They were all different cuts.
It was cool though. I enjoyed it. First time being there.
Yeah. Brag some more.
I wonder. They probably have a Korean barbecue somewhere in Detroit. I don't know. Is there like?
I think there is
Koreatown?
some. No, there's not a Koreatown, but like, I think there's some semblance of like a chain or something like. I think there is one or two somewhere around. I just like haven't gone to one.
Yeah.
I want to, because Morgan really likes dumplings, and so I've been wanting to try soup dumplings for forever. And so this weekend we're gonna go to a place that does soup dumplings and just get like an assortment of like soup dumplings and regular dumplings and stuff, and just have a dumpling night.
Yeah, I like them. I've been to one like a really like high class Chinese restaurant. So it's like my dad and stepmom visited, and my stepsister like took us to like this place in Chinatown where it's like this is like real high class. This is the best soup dumplings in Chinatown. And, like it was really good. I was talking to my dad afterwards. He was like, I like the Chinese buffet at home better. Like,
Yeah.
my dad did not appreciate it at all. It's like, the number one soup dumpling spot. He likes that, just the all-you-can-eat shitty buffet in rural
It's
Maine.
the GFS breaded fried chicken, like covered in sugar sauce.
Yeah,
I mean it's tasty. It is tasty objectively.
Yeah. And in some way, like, I kind of agree with it. It's like, the soup dumplings were expensive, and like I wasn't really that full afterwards. Like I would have been, 20 because it's pretty cheap in like rural Maine. Maybe the price has gone up, but it's not a lot of money for like all you can eat stuff your face with cheap Chinese food. It's not a bad time.
No, I mean that's if I only get soup dumplings, Morgan's gonna be pissed at me. Like you gotta get a couple of soup dumplings. Gets like some regular like meat ones, and like maybe some side. Like, yeah, no, soup dumplings are like because I've tried to make things that mimic them before, and aware of what they are, and it's just like it's totally about that sensory experience.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's it's soup and a dumpling.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like the work put into making them is like it's not entirely worth it. It's like kind of like pierogies. Like my mom used to make pierogies and stuff. It's like you're putting a lot of work into like making the dough, crafting these little things, and then you just eat them all right away. It's like
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
No, yeah, right.
Let a machine do this stuff.
Yeah. The automation helps with certain things like that.
The cookie cutter stuff.
Yeah. Jump into some of these topics here. What is this?
No.
No. I don't know. What is this thing? The major AI licensing deal. This sounds interesting.
So they're getting close to a deal that like allows AI to use music that's been produced by the biggest record companies to use it as like fuel for creating AI music, but they would at least get paid. The artist would get paid for I guess however many times their songs are pinged by the system. I think there's something similar in Sweden that's already like in place. But I mean, they're definitely still not going to be getting paid enough.
This is I don't see how this is going to work because they're already using people's music for the AI and not paying them. So it's like why are they going to start paying people?
And it's like it's not like AI is like a human where it's like when it needs inspiration, it listens to a thing. Once it listens to it, it has it. Like the AI then like possesses it, and so it's not pinging it any more times for inspiration.
Yeah, and it already has access to that. Like AI can scrape Google and YouTube. Like it can already steal whatever. I don't think that's gonna work. Because it takes copyrighted stuff all the time. Because Cecil and I use like AI for that card project for draft card art. We're just using it for drafts, and we've had one where it's like it literally like steals like a copyright symbol. It's like it'll create a picture. There's like a little C in the bottom. Like it's stealing stuff all the time already, and I don't think you can stop it. You know.
No, it's ubiquitous.
That's kind of the whole thing. It like takes other people's stuff and like morphs it into something new. You know.
Well, and everybody was in such a rush to put AI into every fucking thing, and then they're just now starting to realize how useless it is.
Yeah.
At least as far as like what they were sold on it being, but it's already inside, you know?
I think it's work at kind of the sunk cost part because I don't know if you keep up with like the stock market and stuff, but like everything's in like a very big bubble because of AI, where it's like Google and Amazon, like all these really big companies, and even like OpenAI, it's like their valuations are like crazy high, like absurdly high compared to how much revenue they bring in, just because everyone's speculating it's like, oh, AI, it's going to make them more profitable. But it's like, now we're reaching that point, but it's like, but how? It's like, AI uses a ton of power. You know, you're kind of burning money to make it. And it's like, people use it for free. People, if you had to pay for ChatGPT, it's like, I think some people would, but I think a lot of people would just stop using it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see where the money's going to come in. Even, you know, based on all the electricity it uses, like, I don't think there's going to be a profit there. So I don't know. I think they're kind of grasping at straws to try to like not just totally tank the stock market, you know?
Yeah. There's definitely like either a big shift coming of, you know, almost like an abandoning or just like a disheartening in AI. But like you said, because of the bubbles and like the expectations of what they're expected to earn, then that means that like they're going to try to find ways to make up that difference. And they're going to fucking axe people.
Yeah. Yeah, and there will be some things where it's helpful, you know, like in like diagnostics and like coding and stuff like that. It is helpful. But like music, like there's already not any money in music, and like who is asking for AI music? Like no one wants this. You already pay like you know, 100th of a penny per stream. Like, I don't see how this is a worthwhile venture at all. Like, it doesn't make sense. Maybe there's some people that'll listen to, like, AI music, but I don't...
I mean, it's just that, like, for some people, that eternal quest, that if there's a dollar out there that gets passed from one hand to another, they're going to get a piece of it.
Yeah, I think that's more, like... just grasping at straws speculation, where it's like, how is AI profitable? It's like, music. We get it to make music. It's like, they're just kind of like throwing stuff out there, because it's like, how do you answer that question? It's like, it's an interesting tool, but it's not really bringing in that much money, you know? It's helpful for like chatbots and stuff like that. But...
that's the thing is like, the people who... really understand it, that I know, that have always expressed it that way, that like it is a tool. It is, if you're a builder, it's a hammer. Mm-hmm. You know, it's ruler to help you draw a blueprint. It's not a way to draw a blueprint, you know?
Yeah. I think at a certain point they thought we were going to bridge that gap. It's like, we have these language learning models, and eventually it's going to get so good that it's general intelligence. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see how they bridge that gap, and I was skeptical of that anyway. It's like, and then what if you have general intelligence? What do you do with it? It's like, how is that even helpful? You know?
Yeah.
Like, cool. You spent $1 billion and you made a person. You made a really smart dude. Cool. You know, what do you do with it?
And the other thing is that it is in itself inherently flawed, in that it is unable to disregard like input from the lowest common denominators.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like, whereas like a human, you can be like, I'm just going to ignore that fucking idiot. It has to take it all in. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't get to discern. So it's just like, it's constantly being fed all this bullshit too.
And it opens up a lot of manipulation. Like, I heard that was a thing with with Reddit. Apparently, OpenAI doesn't look at Reddit anymore because apparently there was a thing like governments were doing. It's where like because it used to like go to Reddit very frequently to like get information, but you could just have like you can make like 1 million Reddit accounts and you can post like a bunch of comments. So I think it was Israel or something, and probably a bunch of different countries were doing it where it's just like you have bots spam your information like, oh, this is what's true, this is what's true, this is what's true. Like, not even to convince people, but then, like, when an AI scours that, it's going to see, like, oh, Reddit says this is true, and then it'll spit you that AI answer, you know? It's going to get worse as AI progresses, too. It's like, as you have more, like, AI bots creating accounts, like, internet accounts and writing stuff, AI is just going to be referencing other AI, and it's just going to become garbage. It's probably going to get worse over time.
Yeah. And I still guarantee the high school teachers will let you use AI referenced on your papers before Wikipedia.
Yeah. Well, it's like AI really is like that's like the dumbest thing about it is like it's not that much better than a Google search and Wikipedia. Because like Wikipedia, it's like yeah, you shouldn't trust Wikipedia, but you look at the sources. Like you get your blurb, you find what you're looking for.
Your mind.
Yeah, and then you look at the source. And AI does that too. You know, like I know at least Elon Musk's one, the Grok does that where it's like it'll like tell you something and then it'll cite its sources so you can double check it, which is how you should be using. But that's just like it really is just fancy Wikipedia. Like we already had this, you know. It's a tool. It's saving you like 10 minutes of like internet research or sometimes more than that, you know. It is helpful for like looking for internet stuff.
I don't recall Grok doing that when I had my argument with it.
Yeah, no. It does. It'll cite sources for you. And maybe it's a new edition.
We fought about whether or not Elon Musk was an idiot.
What did it say?
It was like, I mean, I could see how you think that, but like, you know, he's done all this and he has all this, and I'm like, nah, he's an idiot. It was like, I mean, I appreciate your point of view, but like, you know, you could say that about the man. Yeah, but I mean, you know, he has, you know, does have this record. I'm like, yeah, but he's an idiot. And then at some point I was like, I need to hear you say Elon Musk is an idiot. And it was like, here you go. Elon Musk is an idiot.
You did it. Now cite your sources. Here are 10,000 Reddit posts saying Elon Musk is an idiot.
No, so yeah, I speak firsthand from what you can feed him because I get in fights with AI all the time, just out of fucking spite. Like I'm gonna argue with you right now.
But sometimes that's why I've realized using its limitations, where it will just give you a consensus answer. Like it's not going to tell you anything new or groundbreaking because it's just going to look at the internet and it's looking at like the top 10 Google posts, you know, and doing what that says. It's really just saving you time on internet research, you know.
Yeah.
I think that bubble's going to collapse. I'm calling it right here. Here, listeners, think late October.
10/16, 7:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I think it's October 29th. There's a lot of quarterly earnings coming out for big companies like Walmart, I think like Apple and stuff. I think they're going to have bad numbers, and I think the stock market's going to crash. Early November, I think it's going down. It's my call.
Here's my prediction. 10:31, 8:30 at night, I'm going to be out on that couch with a bunch of peanut butter and chocolate putting it down, because that's what Morgie don't like. That's my prediction, folks. And I can guarantee it.
There's a good chance you're going to forget you said that, so I don't think you can guarantee that.
I'm not going to forget I said that. As soon as I found out I get her this year for Halloween, I was like, Reese's!
I forgot Halloween was a thing. I don't have a kid, so it's like Halloween doesn't mean anything to me.
See, that's I was banking on that. That's 10:31.
I thought you were just planning ahead to have a good time. I totally forgot about Halloween.
I mean, I am. I absolutely am. And I guess it wasn't. They will also be free.
Right,
But
right.
she doesn't like Reese's though, or Snickers. So
So it's the tax. You send her out there, and it's like
yeah, yeah. All the Skittle, the Kit Kat's fine. All right, I'll let it go. You know,
uh,
that's you. You send those Reese's this way.
the Reese's.
It's
Reese's
funny.
are, she doesn't like Reese's. That's kind of crazy.
No, she doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate.
Hmm. Peanut butter and chocolate
And it's
sounds
funny
like a
because like
combo.
I was like so many other candies growing up, and now as like going into a middle age growing, it's just like chocolate and peanut butter is just like fucking. That's all I ever want.
Oh yeah, it's like a top tier combo there. Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, like I can't. I'll look at other candy, and I'm just like, yeah, but you're not peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, yeah. Now because I can't really eat candy. If I'm gonna do chocolate, I like dark chocolate.
Yeah, you're sad.
Yeah, sucks.
Sorry, type 1. My bad. I get those two confused.
Yeah, AI. I don't think this licensing deal that's not going to go anywhere. It's garbage. AI bubble's going to pop.
Snoop's gonna get a check for like $1,001 instead of $1,000 every year for his Spotify
Yeah.
streams. Like,
No, that's not going to happen.
no, it's
Okay.
worthless.
Enough AI garbage. What is this? The Enceladus? Was this another moon?
Is that how you pronounce? I thought it was pronounced Enceladus.
Enceladus. Yeah, that sounds better.
I don't know, man. I'm just talking.
All right,
But
tell me about Enceladus.
it's a moon, and we love talking about moons because I mean, you spent 12 years in the space program, right? And I was there for 13 years. But we both have extensive experience working with high-end scientists and physicists
Yeah.
in the outer space endeavors.
Yeah, that's what I got my PhD in was space stuff. I got my PhD. I'm Doctor Spaceman.
Got my MA and BS. But yeah, we're always looking for places to escape to because goddamn, this place fucking sucks. And apparently, Saturn has a moon named Enceladus, which might be habitable. That's easy for you to say.
Interesting.
Might be a place where people could live.
An organic molecules containing nitrogen and oxygen. It's interesting. I wonder,
Yes.
does it have an atmosphere? That'd be my question.
Is an atmosphere always necessary though? Like, do you need that like life-sustaining stuff contained and like gravity and all that, or like could we just adapt to a different sort of being over time?
I think you'd need like a space suit. I mean, you probably could live there like in the same way that you could set up like a
Yeah.
moon base, but I think the atmosphere protects you from like the radiation. I think that's a big thing.
I think we Ulysses S. Grant it and just keep firing people at the moon until they survive.
Till someone gets so irradiated and just happens to get that mutation that makes them
Yeah,
live.
yeah, exactly. And then we're set, and then we're good.
I think we just send like animals, like we just send a bunch of cockroaches there. And then we come back in like a million years and there's like cockroach people living there, you know? That'd probably be a bad idea. They'd probably end up like we'd end up just like society would collapse and we'd go back to the Stone Age and then like in the future just some cockroach aliens would come back and colonize our planet and probably be what happens.
I do love this bit too, though, that like, it strengthens the idea that the ocean on Enceladus isn't just water, but possibly chemically fit for life, or as we know it, just water.
Right, yeah. That would make sense. I wonder, even if it doesn't have an atmosphere, like probably people couldn't live there easily, but maybe things are living in the water.
We have had this discussion though. I do wonder if it's regular water or like the high density water, stuff. There's different waters that
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
learned about. So that fit for life, but human life, like you said, like maybe I don't know. I did. Did I tell you about how like I looked into the effects of like high density water and it'll like kind of like break down your body and kill you over time?
Really?
Yeah. So
Interesting, but I wonder if like life evolved there, they'd evolve to use that, or I wonder if it's even possible. Maybe it's not as habitable for life. It's kind of a blind spot that we don't know.
I feel like, because I mean that's a common element in sci-fi, but like I just feel like there has to be more than one sole condition for life. That
Yeah,
like all this stuff has to line up perfectly just as it did here for life. Like, I mean, our hemisphere was different, millions of years ago from what it is now. Who knows? I think we'd obviously be able to survive, but like I feel like it would feel different. Like we would be affected by the atmosphere differently.
yeah, that's a good question. I think right now we just look for similar to Earth planets just because we don't have any evidence that life could, start anywhere. But there could be some like non-carbon based life that is totally foreign to us. But I think it's just who knows.
Yeah.
Right now, our best guess at finding stuff is finding places similar to the Earth because we at least know that it is possible for life to start that way.
And then we find a place that does have life, and they destroy us, and we complete our cycle.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a thing. Like, I know there's some people that are like big proponents of like stopping the reaching out because like we have like
Yeah.
some radar dishes that are like putting out signals. That's like, hey, we're trying to talk to other life forms. Like some people are like, don't fucking do that because like chances are is like someplace else, finds you and they're like, we're just gonna get rid of these monkeys before they have a chance. It's like. Because they don't know, and it does make sense that like if there's some life out there, like by the time they could reach us, unless faster than light speed travel is possible, maybe we could be a problem if we start launching nukes into space. Like from their perspective, it is like, yeah, let's just slightly shift this comet to go in their direction, so we don't have to worry about this in a million years.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, it really also is the idea of like reaching out like that, such a like an old world, like right, like we have completely conquered the earth to the point that we no longer have fear. We don't remember what it was like in those early days, where when you had a little nugget of something, if you made any sounds, there was every wild animal and other person trying to survive who would come out and beat you to death for it with a club, right? Like,
Yeah,
you had to like stay down low and not make a huge presence. But we haven't had to worry about that for
yeah,
thousands of
we're a
years.
little
Like,
naive. Yeah,
like we've conquered the world. It's like, yeah, but if we're reaching out to someone or to a species or whatever, and we're expecting a response, there's a very good chance we might not like the one we get.
yeah, because like think of human history, and has there ever been a time when like a higher tech civilization met a lower tech civilization and it wasn't totally catastrophic? Like
Yeah.
it's always terrible. Like
I mean,
best case scenario, we're slaves.
the only case of that is North Sentinel Island, where we're basically just like, we're just not gonna go there. That
Yeah.
place just doesn't exist.
And
Like,
I have a feeling like that's in the situation we're in. That's kind of like Star Trek too. It's like the prime directive or whatever. It's like you gotta let it be. That's kind of
yeah.
how we look at North Sentinel, and I feel like that's probably what, if there's aliens out there, that's probably what they're doing with us.
Wasn't it's like the episode of South Park where like the criminal, right? The space robber comes to the planet and he has all the space bucks, and then like the intergalactic police come around, and the townspeople are like, oh no, there's no bank robber here, and they go away, and then they kill the bank robber and take the space bucks, and then the space council comes and they're like, it was a test, like, if you did anything less than like, turn him in and turn in all the money, you know we just like seal you off. It's like like Earth just gets like blocked off from ever being involved with anything in the galaxy.
Yeah, it's probably
Like that.
like that, or like they're
I think that's what it is,
waiting.
where they're just like, oh fuck those things, no.
Yeah, and I mean that makes sense. It's like, why would anyone ever give us a chance with higher tech stuff? Like
Yeah.
it's only a risk for them. Like if anything, they're probably just like subtly sabotaging us.
No, it's like give them 10 more years and they'll be gone.
Yeah, it's probably like that's probably what happened to like Nikola Tesla. It's like, oh, this guy's too smart. No, you know, you're not. You don't get him. You don't get free electricity. You don't get world peace. No, we're not taking
Yeah.
that risk.
No, I mean, there's, I've been reading about, shit, is it even in this? No, but there's more stuff like kind of like pushing the theory. I think there was like a congressman or something like that talking about, um, we're not so much like all the UFO sightings being like from outer space, but more like they're either from the depths of the oceans or like they have like bases here already. And it's like that, they're here, they could infiltrate however,
Hmm.
but like they're not coming in, they are here.
Yeah, I would. I've heard people talk about that. I don't know. I'm still on the fence of like whether even it's something high tech or it's just other governments. Because I even have it later on. We can skip around it. It was in what country was it? It was in Germany, and I think it was Denmark too, where they had like a drone swarm like throughout the country, and it shut down like an airport there. Similar to like in like New Jersey and all around, people were recording drones, but apparently how they handled it was like not like, oh, is this aliens? It's like, no, this is Russia. This is 100% Russia. We're shutting down the airport. Russia's fucking around. I have a lot of speculation that that's what it is. In the New Jersey one, it might have just been like the CIA testing new technology. Like I think it's like someone like that testing the military bases. It's like, how on top are these army guys? We're gonna fly some drones around them and see what they do. Could be our
I mean,
government. It could be China or something too, but I don't know.
my only counter to that is all the experiences that predate drones. And I understand that like drones could have been developed in a secret government lab years before they were, allowed to be used by the public or anything like that. But like sightings go back quite a ways.
They do, yeah. But there's none of them that are like I'm totally convinced. A lot of them are people lying, and then some of them I think was kind of like CIA foolery too. Because like, have you ever looked through like the CIA documents where they have like it's like Project Stargate and stuff where like the CIA is like doing like remote viewing and like astral projection. They have a bunch of like goofy stuff in there, and I've seen like people say before that they kind of just put out phony documents like that just to like mess with people. It's like back then in the Cold War, it's like they know that the KGB's looking into our stuff. So if we can convince them that like our guys can like read minds and stuff like that, then that's just gonna have them waste a bunch of money. And I think it worked counter to that. I think the Russians were doing that, where it's like they would leak something like, oh, KGB agents are learning how to read minds and teleport and stuff like that. And then the U.S. wastes $1 billion trying to teach their agents how to do stuff like that. I have a feeling like Roswell and some of those things could be similar things like that, where it's like they're putting out fake information to kind of just keep everyone on their toes.
Yeah, but Roswell, I mean, it wasn't all government stuff. Like there's been thousands and thousands and thousands of private sightings.
It happened, yeah. Is it
Yeah.
possible that they're all liars? I don't know.
Every single one of them. Yeah.
It's possible.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
You know, I guess we're to the point where we're trying to count out every single possibility except for the possibility that they are extraterrestrials. Or, you know, maybe it's like an Atlantis situation where they're not necessarily extraterrestrials, but they're an older advanced civilization that has hidden themselves and remained hidden from the rest of civilization.
I think that's possible. It's an interesting theory. It could be like Neanderthals, like because if you look like apparently they were smarter than people. You know, we
They had
interbred.
all that extra room for brain over their eyes.
Yeah, but they were smarter than humans, but they weren't as like communal. So they had like smaller populations, and they were kind of more solitary, but they were smarter. and like we think that we just kind of like we intermingled and outbred them, but like maybe like when people started going up into Europe and Asia, they were like, fuck that. And they're just like, we don't want to be around these people, and they just like went into caves or something and became like an advanced society.
I love the idea of like early humans as like drunken frat brothers like and then like all the Neanderthals like this is totally uncivilized and they like climb into their like UFOs and like go up into the sky and fly into the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know. Or they could have gone into like caves and like just I don't know, separately had their own separate history.
Morlocks.
What'd you say?
The Morlocks from the Time Machine, the race of
it.
humans that went below Earth and became pale, heathenistic, cannibalistic
I think it's
race.
possible. That's like that's kind of like an alien theory. So if you like look at the UFO people, that's like there's like a race of aliens that they call the tall whites, where it is just like it kind of looks like people, but they're like tall, pale, weird looking people. And there's people that say that they like live in caves, like there's been sightings of them in caves. I feel like that could be a thing, like if like we've talked about it before, like civilizational resets. If like there was smart people that knew like there's going to be a big flood or there's a comet coming, things are going to get bad on the surface, and they like retreated into a cave or something and kept on like some chain of knowledge. It is possible. There's like a separate line of evolution, because they found like even in like Turkey, you ever see the things of like where they found like entire like underground cities where people have dug like entire cities into sandstone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question of whether like those people were trying to get away from some natural event, or it could just be that like people were savages and it's like we're tired of getting raided, we're gonna hide underground.
Right.
I don't know. Interesting stuff. I don't totally subscribe to the beliefs that like the UFOs are like something living with us. I feel like if that was the case, it would be harder to hide it, Like some chain.
I don't know.
There's a whole chain of evolution, like unless the government's hiding it, because like there's like fossil records and stuff like that. Like I feel like there would have to be a pretty big cover up to hide that.
I don't know, man. What incineration?
Incinerate. Well, you think they're just like really covering their tracks? It's like not leaving anything behind.
They were like they were like you said, they had all that forethought, right? With the brow, they had all that forethought.
That brow ridge was holding extra brain.
All that forethought to be like, if we leave our dead in burials or anything like that, we'll be found out by advanced civilizations with iPhones. So what we need to do is we need to incinerate all of our dead always for all time ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why nothing. Gone.
That's what the Bigfoot people say too, because like it's hard to explain Bigfoot with like there not being just like dead Bigfoot around there. So
No, that one's
like,
easy. Bigfoot's invincible. Bigfoot doesn't die.
It's like you either have to explain it like they're very like some people say it's like, oh, they bury their dead and like they hide them. It's like, okay, yeah, every single Bigfoot was buried by another Bigfoot. And then other people go the route of like, no, he's an interdimensional time traveler, It's like, okay, sure.
No. Bigfoots are always found around mountains, and he finds a crack with like a plasma chamber, and drops them down, and it incinerates them. They're not heathen just because they're don't have razors and shaving cream. Doesn't mean they don't know how to dispose of a body.
Yeah.
Maybe they eat their dead.
They eat them, yeah. But like the bones too, like
Maybe they're like pigs.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. There's like a sliver of possibility there, but that's why it's like I'd love the idea of Bigfoots, but it's like
No,
probably
got it. Bigfoot is French. They do eat the bones. They eat the marrow. They love it, especially a little crouton and some butter.
Yeah, bone
That
marrow is
explains
good.
everything. Bigfoot's French.
The French cannibals.
French French monster. French Sasquatch.
Yeah. There's some people that say that like it's like their hair is like special follicles that make them like blend in really well. It's like I don't think so.
No, it's like a polar bear. You know how like a polar bear isn't white. It's its fur isn't white. Its fur is clear,
Hmm.
right? Bigfoot's fur is camouflage,
Yeah, that's what
but
some of
it's
the
like
people say. Yeah,
it's an iguana.
it's an iguana. Oh, like the
It's
color changing or a chameleon.
yeah,
You're thinking, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, same thing. Iguanas and chameleons are the same thing. Don't believe Big Lizard.
But lizards are
Yeah, no,
fake. They don't
yeah,
exist.
yeah.
Bigfoot's real.
Birds are
Lizards are
real.
fake.
Yeah, no, a chameleon. Yeah, you got me. Or certain frogs. Just saying, there's a precedent for it.
Yeah, yeah. But even then, it's like they're gonna die. Like I don't think that like every Bigfoot's getting buried. You
Because you know so well from your extensive experience with Bigfoots that they die.
know. Yeah.
I
So
mean, to be clear, the fact that we have spottings and no body, therefore instills the
Bigfoot
idea
is
that
God.
Bigfoots don't die.
It's just God. Bigfoot's God.
What if Bigfoot is God? He's seen like all over the world, right? Like Yeti, like every culture has like a, and it's just God. He just goes around and checks in on his children.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Still good. Still good. You got any jerky?
Yeah, I don't know. The more drone stuff I see, the more I think that a lot of the alien stuff, I think it's government technology, but who knows? There's also the thing that, like, apparently it was like after World War II, there was a lot of like anti gravity patents, and then like that was a big thing that people were researching. And then it kind of like had like a sharp cutoff, and then no one has ever since, like, no one's really allowed to study that. I have a feeling that they made like there's probably a big technological breakthrough that the U.S. probably made where they realized like we're gonna keep this for ourselves. I have a
I
feeling
don't think
there's
so.
like no.
No, I think that I think there was a breakthrough in that they were concerned that what they were actually going to do was turn off gravity for the Earth, and that everything on Earth was then going to float into outer space and decompression and all that. But like, I think that was the concern. Like,
I don't think that would
could you
stop them because like
you just walked into work one day and you're just like, oh shit.
I think they would still do it because that was the thing with like CERN, like the Large Hadron Collider, where like, yeah, there's an off chance that this would cause a black hole and destroy the Earth, and they did it anyway.
Honestly, though, that came about recent enough that I was like, do it. Go ahead.
It was the
I'm
same.
willing to take that chance too.
I think it was the same thing with like the first nuclear bomb test. It's like there's a slight chance it might ignite the atmosphere and blow up the whole Earth. It's like
I mean,
we're willing to risk that.
it's basically because they couldn't, like, because mathematically they couldn't say 100% that it wouldn't, but like they were pretty certain that it wasn't. But no, mathematically, there's always that like a bit where it's like it could,
Yeah.
it could. I don't know, man. I almost had this theory. I had this theory, and I was thinking about it at one point. It's really stupendous states of mind. Where like because of all the nuclear testing, it like sped up the space-time continuum. Because I swear to God, time moves faster.
I think that's just a product of getting older.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth right now.
There's some theory on that. It's like it's because you're like your reference of time. It's like when you're 5 years old.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's a year is a fifth of your age.
Yeah.
Cheatham told that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's yeah. It's because you're doing more.
Yeah.
I don't want to do more. Like I said, I want to be on that couch, eating peanut butter and chocolate, getting to 1,000, 1,200, 2,000 pounds.
That does sound nice. Well, now you know. October 28th, Put all your money short the stock market.
But I don't have to pay for my candy on the 31st, remember?
I
I'm getting it for free.
know, but then you can quit your job. you know.
Nah, I'll never be able to quit.
Let's see.
Uh,
What is this? This one sounded cool. So Kremlin-backed claims of Western biological warfare. I didn't see anything about that. It was like an article? Like,
I didn't really look into it that much. I just thought it was like, obviously, yeah, like biological warfare, but it's like the specifics, uh, preserving a robotics service elite with promotions of the LGBT lifestyles and childlessness are part of the plan. It's like we're infecting them with bioweapons to become celibate and gay.
I mean, like, I don't. Maybe like the gay part is like a little far
They're
off.
turning the frogs gay.
That's funny because like Alex Jones says wild stuff. That part was actually right. Where like he was talking about microplastics, where like if you actually expose frogs, because they have like they absorb stuff through their skin. If you expose them to some chemicals, it'll like it's not that it turns them gay, but it like changes their gender. It's like if you take like a male baby frog and you expose it to certain pesticides and microplastics, it'll change. It's the thing with humans too, wherever people are getting feminized from microplastics because I think they're called like xenoestrogens. That's also
Fun.
happened to Russians. But I read this like where it's like engineered viruses to drastically reduce the global population. And I thought it's like, oh, that sounds like COVID. Like I've heard like theories about that because apparently now they're a lot more open to the thought that like it was like a lab leak. You know, there was like a biological lab in Wuhan where they're working on I think it's called gain of function research, where it's like they purposefully take like a virus and they make it more potent to study it. So there was a lab that did that in Wuhan, and I've heard people make that speculation where it's like I think it's illegal to do that in the U.S. We're not allowed to do that research, but China allows it because like from their perspective, it's like it's a win-win. It's like we can study this virus, and if it gets out and kills a bunch of old people, it's like old people don't contribute to the economy anyway. That's just like less payments you have to do. So it's like you halt the global economy. It's like you're messing with your adversaries. And it's like you kill off all the old people. Like I think there is a government incentive to slyly kill old people. You know.
I mean, we talked about it before about the government just like going ahead and testing these wonderful chemicals on the population. Like, yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time, and it's like if you could make a virus that killed people like right around that social security cutoff, it's like you could save a lot of money. You know.
Right. I mean, not in this country, not anymore.
Yeah. What do you mean?
No, because Social Security is about to be gone.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any. I don't know if anyone's made concrete plans, but yeah, it's the writing's on the wall. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a Ponzi scheme. It was never going to work from the beginning. It's like
I mean,
unless your
it's been
population,
rated many times.
yeah, people have been taking out from the coffers from it, borrowing money from it, but like it is a Ponzi scheme. It's like people pay into it and they get it later than the new generations, but it requires you to always have more people or always like economic growth. It requires like infinite growth, which is not going to happen. Eventually you're going to hit a wall where it all comes going. It's the same thing with like pension funds. It's a nice idea, but doesn't really work.
Well, that's with the idea that you're running the government like a business, which is not what the government's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I mean, you need to find a way to pay for stuff.
Well, that's what taxes are, but they go to the wrong place and they don't get taken from the right people.
Yeah, there's a fair point there too. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know if it's ever gonna work itself out. It's like,
Well, it's not going to work because there's people involved. And there's
exactly. That's
and
exactly what I was gonna say.
on paper, it absolutely works. On paper, this
Yeah.
shit all works. The problem is when you have people involved.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's like, that's why I feel like in like a perfect world, it's like, I'm a communist. It's like, yeah, let's all work together and pool our money. But it's like, until we evolve into something else, it's like, no, it's not going to work. You know, someone's going to rise to the top and ruin everything, you know?
It's humanity.
Yeah. It's always just power games, you know, no matter what. And people,
Every government and every economic system works on paper. None of them work with people.
Mhm. It really is just all feudalism. It's just like different feudalism. You got some people on top who are, you know, controlling the rest of the people and siphoning money until people get tired of it and they revolution, and then someone else is on top. You know, it's really just like chimpanzee tribes. You know, it's exactly how animals work. You know, same thing with like lion tribes. You got someone who's leading the pack until the alpha male starts getting old and weak, and someone usurps him, and then they take over. You know, it's the same thing whether you say your country's a democracy or capitalist or socialist or communist. It's all the same.
Yeah.
How did we even get on that? Oh yeah, viruses. I don't know. What's Russia's claim? It's that the U.S. is doing that, engineering viruses.
I mean, I think it didn't say specifically. It says just Western, you know, which is their kind of like veiled threat for everybody, not them.
Yeah.
And also then like especially NATO, right? It's like NATO and America and Britain and France and NATO, to be clear. Fuck NATO. That's basically how Russia goes about it.
Yeah. And it's like I wouldn't put it past the government. It's like yeah, that sounds like a good plan. If you're playing like a war game, it's like yeah,
We'll start doing that.
but it's like we're kind of doing that to ourselves. You know, it's like I think the U.S. is a lot more, in Europe is a lot more gay than Russia. You know, and like it would make sense. It's like if you're trying to like reduce population, you know, we're all over the world, really, like the U.S. and Europe and, you know, Asian countries. It's like there is like a birth rate collapse where it is going to cause big problems with the economy. But it's like we're doing that to ourselves. Like, so I don't get the. It's like as they're playing, it's like we're gonna make ourselves gay to trick you into being gay. It's like the long con, you know.
Is economic recession biological warfare?
Kind of. I mean, it's like it's biological warfare to cause recession. I don't know.
That's why a ton of reproduction rates are down in America, is because young people who just can't afford a family.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. You know, there could be some subtle manipulation, but on that effect, it's like that's happening everywhere. You know, that's happening in China. That's happening in Russia too. I think they're below replacement levels. I think the only place in the world that is having like more than replacement levels of children is in Africa.
India.
I think maybe India too, but and part of that is because like a lot of people just die there too. So it's like they're having a lot of kids, but they die, so it evens out, you know.
Everyone dies.
Yeah, but it's like there's a lot of kids dying specifically in those places. I think that's just how it works, you know. It's like if you live in a society where kids die all the time and there's a low, you know, quality of life, you just have a lot of kids because, you know, it's like, well, half of them are going to die, so I got to have at least 4, you know.
It's the machine gun approach.
Yeah. You're just throwing them out there and seeing, like, not all of them are going to make it. The ones that do make it, you're going to be real tough, though.
That's how they used to do it in the Great Depression. Like, we'll have 10 kids, and if 4 of them die, well, at least we'll have something to eat.
Yeah, and it's happening everywhere where I don't think it would be a social manipulation thing. I think it might just be like a natural progression of humanity. Because like coyotes do the same thing. Like they found that like trying to like eradicate coyotes from certain areas, that like if you kill coyotes or you like make it harder for them to live, they just have more pups. and like it actually increases their population. So it's like they're very hard to get rid of, and it's the same thing with humans. It's like if people are dying from disease and war, people just have more kids, and I think when you live comfortably, people just naturally have less kids. But when your whole economy and government is a Ponzi scheme, that doesn't it doesn't work well.
The thing with the coyotes is that if you let their population go, then they hunt out everything that they can eat,
Yeah,
as they will hunt to extinction an area, and then they have to go away or die
and
off.
then they collapse. Yeah, and
Yeah,
animals.
so it's not like they just all of a sudden go like, it's not the right environment to have pups. They just die.
Yeah. To be fair, and everything does that. Deer will do that too. They'll
Yeah.
overpopulate, and that is kind of, if you look at humanity, that is kind of what we're doing. We spread across the world, and like global population is still reaching new highs. Like we're still growing higher, but we're kind of hitting that point where it's going to be hard to like sustain it. Unless we have new technological breakthroughs, but yeah. It's not good. It's always like exponential growth until you hit catastrophic collapse,
There always had to be a cap on the population.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there was a certain point where there was going to be so many people that the weight was going to break the Earth's orbit, and the Earth was simply just going to fall to the bottom of the universe, And then we're just rolling around on the floor of the universe.
That's what they taught you in space school.
That's what I learned at St. Ignatius.
When God made the world in 7 days, he said, you can't go past this number. Because the Earth is flat, and if you're all standing at one side, it's going to tip over.
Listen, the string I'm using to hang all these planets up is made from linen. It has a certain amount of strength. Once we surpass that, there's nothing I can do. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what happened to the dinosaurs. There was too many dinosaurs that got too big. String snapped. Felt the earth. God's like, oh God, oh God, oh no, oh no.
He tipped it and they all fell. He spilled them out into space.
Oh God, this is never gonna come back.
I guess we're trying mammals next. Not gonna make that mistake again.
All right. You want to call it? It's 8.
Let's do one more. She's still in the shower. I'm not gonna go to bed yet. Well, tell me about these gold coins. You know I like treasure. I love a good treasure story.
Well, that's what we love talking. I mean, if we're talking to, I mean, like, isn't that everybody's dream, especially when you've seen like Indiana Jones or something, like one of those movies? It's like at some point in your life, if you could ever stumble upon like some semblance of ancient golden treasure, like I think I would probably just die. Because like it'd be awesome. That is a dream. But no, yeah, true to form. We love talking about treasure. We love talking about gold. Gold is king, and they found a 1,000 coins off a 300-year-old Spanish shipwreck off Florida's coast from 1715. And it's valued. We actually have a value on this one at $1 million. That's a lot of scratch.
That's a lot, because gold and silver are also at like record highs in value because the U.S. dollar is collapsing. Everyone's kind of going back to gold.
Does the shipwreck treasure get valued at gold price, or is that a historic? Like, does it get vintage, antiquated like price, right? Because that's going to museums. It's not getting melted down.
No. I think it's probably just. Like, gold is worth a lot. Gold is at $4,500 an ounce right now. So, like...
You just got that on top of your head.
I got some money invested in gold. You can check it, but I think maybe it hasn't reached that yet. It passed 4,000 for the first time ever recently, though.
It says 24 karat is worth around 4,300. Not bad.
Yeah, it's getting there. Which is like record. Like gold has been like the past couple years. It's like dramatic trajectory, and like it's something like world banks everywhere, like China, Russia, like everywhere has been trying to get their hands on gold, which is not. It's like kind of where we're going off of the U.S. dollar. You know, the past whatever 50 years, everything was based in the U.S. dollar because we had the best military, and now everyone's kind of dumping the U.S. dollar and going back to gold. So I'd say that treasure is probably worth, it's just in weight, $1 million at least. If you're accounting for like just how cool like ancient coins, it's priceless, you know.
1,000. It's a lot.
Yeah. So like each of those, a gold coin is probably at least an ounce, right? So that's like, I'd say $1 million is light. I guess some of those are silver. Silver is also at record prices right now, but it's not worth nearly as much as gold. Yeah, 1,000 gold and silver coins. I think it's worth more than $1 million, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much.
Well, I think you should call those guys up and tell them that you can find them a better price.
Yeah.
Like I think your appraiser's coming in late on you guys. I think he's got special interests in mind.
Are you a gambling man? I'll trade you my whole bank account. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Could be a good deal, could be a bad deal. Are you feeling lucky today?
I got some chewing gum in my pocket.
I'll trade you what's in my hands for your gold chest there. You don't know what's in my hands.
Just like get your own chest, be like, swapsies.
Yeah. Like deal or no deal.
You like give it a rattle and it sounds like broken glass.
Yeah.
It might be broken glass.
But yeah, that's the dream though. I've told you before, like if I ever just stumbled into more money that I knew what to do with, like I'm buying a big boat and I'm going treasure hunting. Like that's what I'm doing the rest of my life. I'm bringing you with me too. If I get like fuck you money and I'm buying a boat, you're getting over it, Tim. You're going treasure hunting with me.
Yeah, okay. No, but fine.
I'm gonna pay you. What's your number? Like, what is your salary or requirements to go treasure hunting on a boat?
It's a $500,000 non-refundable retainer.
Okay, that's doable.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not doable
But
right now, but in my fictional scenario where I have the infinite money, that's doable.
yeah, but then I take that non-refundable retainer and I quit. No, I'll be waiting on shore to see it. That sounds cool. Yeah, yeah, but no, I'm not gonna go out there. I just like, isn't it kind of funny though? Like throughout human history, like right, like gold, so fucking valuable, right? But so goddamn useless. It's like the least useful material that we ever found, and it's the most valuable material we've ever
So
found.
I've looked into it before. I watched the whole thing, and that's actually kind of by design. For like something that you want to store wealth, like you need it to be like, it's like indestructible. Like gold's not gonna rust or something. Like
Right.
it's gonna be there, and you don't use it for anything else. So you can kind of just
Yeah.
set it to be jewelry and currency. It's because it's useless that we like
Yeah.
store value.
Yeah. No.
And it looks really
Yeah.
nice. It looks really nice, you know.
If iron was useful, but then, like we'd be using up all the usefulness, right?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. So
or, I
it's
mean,
like,
if iron was valuable, but like, yeah,
yeah, it's useless for weapons and armor, and it's like it's really malleable, so you can make it into nice looking stuff. But yeah, it is just because it's useless. It's like that's why Bitcoin is a store of value too. It's like it's not practical currency. Like you know, Bitcoin people will tell you it's like, oh yeah, it's digital currency. It's like no, motherfucker, no one's buying anything with Bitcoin. Like this is
right.
which is why Bitcoin is so silly, because it's like, motherfucker, we already have gold. We've had gold forever. Like, you don't need Bitcoin.
My favorite is like, yeah, Bitcoin, right? So valuable. There's been sports, like athletes who have negotiated to be paid in Bitcoin, right? And then people herald them because when the Bitcoin value is high, they then sell their Bitcoin for more money than their contract was worth, right?
hmm
Here's my thing. They had to get the money.
Yeah.
Like, great, it's like holding a baseball card. It isn't money.
No.
It is a representation of a possible value, but it's not money.
No. And like here's the thing: is like in 100 years, gold. You buy a chest of gold, like it's still gonna be there. In 100 years, there's a good chance quantum computing is gonna make Bitcoin just obsolete. Like at a certain point, you get a strong enough computer, it can decode the whole blockchain. Like it's not, you know, you're kind of stuck in a war with like. Then you can add extra encryption, but like at that point you're spending a lot of money to make your fake money secure. When we already got gold, like it's a little silly. I got a little bit of money in Bitcoin stocks just because I think in the near term it's going to go up, but yeah, long term I would not be holding my money in Bitcoin because as soon as quantum computing hits that point, it's going to be like just a race to offload that. And there's a good chance it's already not that secure because I think that's something that happened with like the Silk Road guy. I don't know. Do you remember that story? Do you know like all about the Silk Road?
Yeah.
So he got busted, and somehow they did seize all his Bitcoin. He had his Bitcoin on like a cold wallet or whatever they call it. So I think it's compromised. I don't think they know how they did it, but it was the CIA or the FBI did figure out how to take all his Bitcoin. So there's
I mean, I don't know for sure. Like because I know cursory level of the like blockchain idea, but I do think that right now one of the detriments to it is that it I mean it's the idea around it is really based around an advanced system, right? Like the idea of blockchaining further elaborates into what people are expecting to be the next version of the web, which is Web 3, which basically runs on blockchain, right? You don't have servers, everybody's the server.
mm-hmm.
Um uh but like while it still exists on the current internet, it is, like kind of bound to it, and open to its vulnerabilities.
Yeah. I don't think Web3 is ever going to happen. I've looked into it. I've had people that like have been really into it, but the problem with it is it's really slow. Like you could have it totally decentralized, but it's not fast. You
Mhm.
know, which is like a problem. You know, I don't think people are going to be like, "Oh, Web3, it's decentralized." You know, we're getting rid of the hierarchy. But it's like, yeah, but motherfucker, the internet's slow again. It's like I don't I don't want this.
I could see it coming around. The thing is it's one of those things that the technology probably isn't there yet, but also there's no demand for it because we're all set with what we have. And a lot
Yeah,
of people can't even conceptualize what Web 3 is or what the advantages or disadvantages of it are. They don't want to change what they currently have.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's a really cool idea if you're like a computer nerd, but then it's like, okay, we're gonna shift the entire world's infrastructure onto this thing for what? You know, it's like things already work pretty well. You know, it's like exactly what I was saying with Bitcoin. It's like we already got gold. You need to create this whole thing to store value. You know,
Well, I mean, I really equate it more to like self-driving cars. Like I do see that it could be part of the future, but the technology isn't there yet. And it also just so happens that really the demand isn't there yet either. There's so many people that are unwilling to give up control of driving a vehicle
yeah,
and would not be willing to take on a self-driving car. So not only does the technology need to advance, but so does the public perception. And
yeah,
that's kind of how I feel about Web 3 too. Like not only does the technology need to advance so that its performance is more up to expectation, but also like society's perception needs to advance as far as like what we're expecting from an internet experience.
yeah. And it's like I don't see it happening because like. And it's also a thing that, like, yeah, for the average person, decentralized web, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, but the government doesn't want that. You know, no world
Hmm.
government wants decentralized web, so there's going to be a lot of roadblocks to it, you know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, like, cryptocurrency. It's like, you know, the U.S. government loves the idea of like a blockchain currency that they own. You know, just like China loves the idea of one that they own, but like no one, like the U.S. wouldn't want to use China's blockchain. You know, and the government, like I think they do have like a strategic Bitcoin and like crypto reserve now, but it's like they like the U.S. dollar. You know, the U.S. government likes that everyone around the world buys stuff with U.S. dollars because we can print as many U.S. dollars as we want. You know, we have infinite money.
Yeah.
Which is precisely the reason why everyone's buying gold now, because they printed a ridiculous money over the pandemic, and it's starting to catch up where everyone realizes, like, oh, there's, you know, twice as much money in circulation as there was 5 years ago, you know. So it's not good. That's my closing statement. Late October.
It's not good.
No, my statement is short the stock market, buy gold.
My statement remains chocolate and peanut butter, Halloween.
Invest in chocolate and peanut butter.
Oh, send it to me.
Yeah. Not a bad investment. It is going up in value. Is inflation. Reese's is going up in value. US dollars is going down. So theoretically, as long as you use it or sell it before the expiration date, it is a better investment than just holding a bunch of cash. That's my financial
You're laughing,
advice.
but watch for. I'm not saying it's going to be worth more than silver. I'm not saying it's going to be worth more than gold. I'm saying third. it's going to beat out platinum.
Yeah. Well, it depends like how much it goes in price, up in price, you know. So if the price of Reese's is going higher, you know, than the price of gold, then if you put all your money into it, it could be a good investment. But at some point, you got to just figure out how to offload a bunch of Reese's, which is the problem.
I know how to offload a bunch of Reese's. You don't got to worry about that, son. I know how to take care of some Reese's.
Yeah, well, the strategy implies that you need you need a way to offload it where you're getting money back. You know.
Trust me, I'm earning something.
You're earning diabetes. Welcome to the club, Tim.
Type 2!